Outside of Fort Lauderdale, but actually in Sunrise, November 15th and 16th. Would you welcome George Carlin? Is
that right? Is that right? That's the one. Hi. I have no preliminary announcements to make tonight. I'll be able to go right into my routine. What I wanted to talk about tonight was little things that happen during your day, little moments that you have, minor dramas, things you have to deal with, and we never tell each other about them. They're so minor, most of them. Sometimes they're a little embarrassing. You ever been talking to someone and a little bit of spit flies off your tongue and lands right on the man's nose? And you think, gee, didn't he see that? Maybe he's just a really cool guy. He saw it, but he figures it'll evaporate. Sometimes we do these things on purpose, too. I can't understand the motivation on some of these things. You ever been sitting talking to someone and the other person is speaking, and as they speak, you find yourself clearing your throat for that person? Doesn't that seem like a waste of energy to you? He's the one who's got the hawker. You're the one who's sitting there going, trying to clear his throat. Yeah, you can get hung out there. You can get really, I'm talking about embarrassments, really hung out there to dry. Did you ever go to shake somebody's hand and they don't notice? And you have to kind of go, and you have to make believe it's something you do all the time, you know. You'll get over that. Yeah, it can even happen. The embarrassments, the ones that, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Uncontrollable diaphragm. It's an awful condition. But there is no individual laughing. I'm awfully sorry. Try to stay in with the rest of the gang. That's good. Then she's right into these things, because they are things that you can't control. They are little moments in your day. Some of them, as I say, out of your hands. You didn't cause it. You didn't cause it. Did you ever go into a public place and you sit down and the cushion goes... Tell me now. Don't you get up and do it again 3 times in a row? Not me. Look, cushion. Not me. I didn't do it. You know, you have to do that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, noises are often a source of embarrassment, even if they don't leave you. There are some that, like in your stomach, when your stomach is carrying on, in a quiet situation, always a quiet situation is when I hear from my stomach. Never out on the rifle range, I notice. Watching a Mercury lift off doesn't have a thing to say. But you get somewhere quiet, get in the dentist's waiting room. Everybody's quiet, everybody's reading, and you're looking through a copy of Molar World yourself. And your stomach thinks it's showtime. And starts in with things like, whoa, whoa, and you go, you flip the pages fast and cough a little bit and push on your stomach, hoping it'll go to the back. Then it goes, oi, 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 oi. Then it starts in with complete sentences. We're poor. When do we eat? As I say, a lot of these things are not your fault. You're the victim. You're the victim. This is one now that happens to us quite often. And I'm sorry for it, but it occurs. We must talk about it. Did you ever meet somebody, you meet a person, and both of their eyes don't look in the same place at the same time? Eventually, they see the same things, but at different times. And it's not your fault. You didn't cause it. You weren't there when it happened, but you're the one with all the responsibility now. You're the one who has to decide which eye to look at. And you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, you know? You don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. In fact, that's the last thing. I try to save their feelings. I do everything twice, once for each eye. Hi, hi, hello, hi, hi, hi. But it's not appreciated. And after a while, you begin to notice that one of the eyes is looking at me a little more than the other one. And you think, hot doo-doo. That's the one I'm going to go with. And as you look and listen, you realize that the other person has been describing a building down the street for 15 minutes. Not your fault. Trying to be a nice fellow. Must mention this briefly, and I promise not to gross you out. Picking the nose. Picking your nose, or selecting your nose is not what I mean, of course. Some people, you know, some people are very lucky and they get to select their nose. Unfortunately, most of us only get to pick ours. And well, it's like when you go to the theater and you go to the movies and pick your seat. Everybody does that. You want to know if the usher's going to help or not. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'll take care of that myself. When you want to pick your nose, you're usually looking for heavy cover. You don't want to be seen. You want to be noticed. If you can get behind a pillar, that's fine. And I'm not talking about, you know, casual picking. I'm not talking about, you know... I'm talking about trophy hunting. Get in there and clear the entire West Wing. That's it. You know, yeah, we have a strange day, don't we? Mentioning the eyes and things about our own eyes, because there's such entertainment in vision. You know, you can see a lot of stuff. And you got parallax vision so that you can sort of see behind things, you know. We got a little bit of, there's a problem with mirror image. Trying to tell someone else that they have a little dirt on their face. Wouldn't you think by now that we should be able to get that done? I mean, we've evolved reasonably for a long time, that you should be able to go to a person and show them that they have a little dirt on their face with the expectation that they might go to the spot. Nobody can go to the spot. Everybody, even a genius, goes, where? Here? No, you moron! Right next to the bleeding! Some people need a little guidance. And just want to sort of close this little time up with you by mentioning a thing. And again, the eyes, we do this, you must do this at night. You ever do this? Before you fall asleep at night, when you're lying there, did you ever notice that if you close this eye, the pillow is down here, and if you close that eye, the pillow moves? It gives you a feeling of power, you know? I can move the pillow with my eyes. And you want to show somebody else, but they got to lie right behind you to see it, you know? I've always waited for this after doing this show for about 12 years. I've come to the end with no laugh. Would you play? See?
That's wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff.
Thank you.
Life's little observations and things that haunt us all.
During the day.
Yeah. We'll take a break. Right?
1,000 homicides in L.A. County already this year, plus the 25,000 handgun killings in this country each year.